It is driver versus stopwatch. It is a venue that is new to Formula One in recent years, but you have to dance the car to the edge. It is Miami. It is qualifying. Who will take the pole?
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go. Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. Systems all looking good. Head down. Okay, we can take you this lap. Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
that concludes sprint qualifying. So much action still to come this weekend. Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. The Miami International Autodrome is a 3.36-mile circuit that circumnavigates the Hard Rock Stadium. The track was designed with 19 corners and long straightaways to encourage close racing while meeting the highest safety standards. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Antonelli, Leclerc, George Russell and Gasly, Piastri, Sainz, Ocon and Franco Colapinto, Albon, Alonso, Lance Stroll and Hulkenberg, Behrman, Mayer, Paul Aaron, Gabriel Bortoletto, Lawson, Hadjar, Doohan and Zane Maloney rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We will soon find out. Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Shakes. Alongside me, a real authority on all things motor racing. It's a warm welcome back to Anthony Davidson. So, a sprint race today, and that means lights to flag, no stops. And how is that going to affect the driver behind the wheel?
Absolutely. So for today, there's no pit stop, or shouldn't be a pit stop anyway, if things go right, and you can forget about strategy. You're just driving today as fast as you can, make those overtakes if you need to, and that's what a sprint weekend's all about.
Formation lap gets underway ahead of today's sprint. It's going to be interesting to see who gets pole position. We're almost ready to start the sprint as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. is now available. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Norris has just completed a pass for the lead. Okay, gap ahead, 4.8 seconds. Drivers just moved into first place. Gap to your teammate behind, 28.6 seconds. lap outs yet, but it is coming, so be careful. Okay, gap to the car in front, 7.7 seconds. 5 minutes until rainfall expected, 5 minutes until rain. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now. Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Serious damage to the underbody. Repeat, serious damage to the underbody. Okay mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Okay, we've lost a position, that's us down a place. Mate, I'll take that. Well done. We're really happy with the podium down here, so well done. Yes.
Yes, guys.
Well, that concludes all of the sprint action. We are so well set up for an incredible weekend of qualifying and the Grand Prix still to come. We'll see you next time. It is driver versus stopwatch. It is a venue that is new to Formula One in recent years, but you have to dance the car to the edge. It is Miami. It is qualifying. Who will take the pole?
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check. Check's complete. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage.
Radio check.
Standing by. Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please. Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
Welcome to the Magic City. We are here at Miami International Autodrome, the home of the Hard Rock Stadium. It's a multi-purpose sports and entertainment hub which has hosted Super Bowls, Baseball World Series, numerous rock concerts, and now Formula One. Well, it's certainly not sunny here in the Sunshine State. A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 19 corners and 3.36 miles of track around Hard Rock Stadium. These conditions should prove especially difficult for our drivers today. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Antonelli, Charles Leclerc and Ocon, Sainz, Gasly, Lawson and Alex Albon, Piastri, Stroll, Franco Colapinto and Mayer, Behrman, Alonso, Jack Doohan and Nico Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, Aaron, Maloney and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Well, we welcome you to the broadcast. It's going to be some race today. First of all, introductions. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me for this one, Anthony Davidson. Well, it's an excellent sprint yesterday, but we're back to the usual format now. How do they continue what they started?
Absolutely. You know, they're at one with their car. You could see that in the sprint. That's why they were successful there. And you've got to carry that through into this race today. And in a way, we've had a snapshot as well of what this driver's capable of.
Then the formation lap is underway. There are wet conditions here today. Each driver will no doubt be mindful of the wet surface as they prepare to race around the track. So as all the cars take their positions on the grid, the teams will be hoping their strategies pay off for them in today's race. But the question I'm asking is which teams have got it right and which teams have got it horribly wrong?
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. Okay, full wet seems to be the fastest tyre for now. charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, there are 35 laps of fuel remaining. The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out. Full wet seem like the best tyre for now. Place. You're in second place. Verstappen's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front, 2.7 seconds. They're on a fresh set of wets. Russell behind, less than a second separates you. They're on a fresh set of wets. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens, 27 laps to go. Gap to your teammate behind, 12.9 seconds. They're on a fresh set of wets, and the time last lap, 1 minute 55.8. So the rain's easing off a bit, but the track is still going to be wet for a while. Be careful. Gap to your teammate behind, 14.5 seconds. Fastest lap at the moment, 1:50.8. Right, so our fastest lap currently 1 minute 51.8. Okay, clear. Safety car, no overtaking, reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Okay, fitting intermediate tyres next. Okay, full wet seems to be the fastest tyre for now. Circuit's definitely looking better than it was a few minutes ago. If we could just move a bit more of that standing water, we might be able to go on to the intermediates. Safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Understood, stopping this lap. Okay, there seems to have been a problem removing the left rear wheel. We need to try and put that behind us, and let's finish the race as strong as possible. Okay, safety car deployed. Safety car's been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Medium tyres at the next stop. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Right, let's pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap. Coming in for a stop. Okay, clear. ETA on this rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there, you're doing well. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. And Callie's coming in for a stop. Okay, gap ahead, 3.9 seconds. Behrman just ahead. Push, push. Time last lap, 2:13.8. They're on old wets. We think they've got one more stop. We're falling back by around 1.2 seconds a lap. Come on. That's Maloney behind. They're on old wets. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 2 minutes, 14.6. Tyre condition still looking good. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Gap to your teammate behind, 17.5 seconds. Gap to your teammate behind, 18.5 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Time last lap, 2:05.2. You're in first position, front of the pack, and Verstappen's behind. They're on a fresh set of inters. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, 18 laps to go. Verstappen behind you now. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are just 1 lap old, and the time last lap, 2 minutes, 00.7. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Okay, as things stand, we'll be 9th in the championship. Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes. Certainly eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now. job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer. To your teammate behind, 30.7 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Time last lap, 1:48.2. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Current forecast is 5 or 10 minutes more of rain before it starts to dry up. lap of the race. Gap to your teammate behind, 33.5 seconds. Weather's changing now, you might want to review our strategy. Understood, copy that. Okay, Callie's in the pits. Callie's in the pits now. Okay, I think the track's going to be drying out quite soon. Be careful you don't burn out your tyres. And Callie's coming in for a stop. Okay, go, go, go! Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Gasly behind. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 6 laps old. And the time last lap, 1 minute 43.4. We think they've got one more stop. Gap to your teammate behind, 38.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Time last lap, 1:56.8. Conditions look stable at the moment, no rain currently expected. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. this up. Well done. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. As things stand, we'll be 6th in the championship. wasting more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
What a weekend, what a weekend. Finally what we deserve. Yes!
Esteban Ocon has done it. He's taken the victory.
They had to be decisive with their overtaking today as they worked their way through the field. And those kind of race victories are so enjoyable because it's not just like winning from the front. They really had to work for it today.
So much to talk about. We will continue to do so. But first, it is time for the podium. And Esteban Ocon will drink in this moment on top. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.